After many delays due to the unmentionable illness that's been going around, Dune is finally here. This is my 2-minute, spoiler-free review. Go! This film was directed by the masterful Denis Villeneuve. Hope I'm saying that right. This movie was awesome. It was very faithful to the source material. Everything was done extremely well. The casting, the acting, the costumes, makeup, set design, visual effects, directing, editing, sound design, score. This movie respected and cherished the source material. You could tell that Denis Villeneuve and his crew really love this story. But it's also not a page-by-page adaptation. Some things are changed here and there. There are omissions and additions, and some events happen in a slightly different order than in the book. But it all works seamlessly on screen. Dune is a story that operates in its own language. There are so many new terms and concepts and places introduced in rapid succession. I definitely think you have an advantage going into the film if you've read the book, but the film does do a good job of introducing and explaining its unique lexicon. However, there were a couple key terms that I felt weren't explained very clearly in the film, such as mentats, who they are and how they operate, and souk doctors and the importance of their conditioning. And there were a couple scenes from the book that I really loved that were dropped for the movie, but the movie is quite long, so I understand why they weren't included. Afterwards, I was talking with my wife about this movie, and she's read the book, and she kind of described the characters as a little bit cold in the book. And I can see where she's coming from, and I agreed with her that the characters overall were a lot warmer on film. They were really well realized. This is a unique adaptation because it was very faithful to the movie. Some things worked a little bit better than in the book, and some things from the book are just better in the book. For instance, my favorite scene from the book is a very intense scene towards the middle, and anyone who's read the book is gonna kind of know what I'm talking about. I felt like it was good in the movie, but it is so much more intense in the book. But this is a spoiler-free review. When the movie comes out on Blu-ray and I can purchase it and go through each scene, I'd like to go through some of these things in more detail. And this may also be somewhat of an unpopular opinion, and I have to be careful how I frame this because I actually think they did a really good job with Baron Harkonnen. They totally nailed the look and the aura, but he really doesn't have that many lines in the movie. In the book, you spend a lot more time with him, his inner dialogue, him talking with other characters, and you get the sense that he is very intelligent. He's always one step ahead of everybody else. The movie focused more on the aspect of like gluttony and greed for the character, and it works really well, and he is really creepy. But to me, in the book, the Baron is far more menacing, and I totally understand why they did this, but they actually removed some of his more despicable traits in the movie. But overall, it was a really fantastic performance. It's just a different take on the Baron. The Baron is just one of the best villains I've ever read in a book, or at least he's among the most memorable. But overall, this is one of the best adaptations of a book I've ever seen. It might be the best adaptation of a book I've ever seen. I'm ready to go watch it again. I'm going to recommend that everyone go see it. It's spectacular. If you're concerned about your safety due to the unmentionable illness that's been going around, I would suggest donning a hazmat suit and going to the theater because it's worth it. Time. Ooh, so close. I'll have to try again next time. This is one that I'm going to revisit often. I don't watch a lot of movies repeatedly. You know, about once a year I watch the Lord of the Rings extended edition, and I think Dune will probably join that exclusive group. Alright everybody, thanks so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I invite you to subscribe. I review a lot of science fiction and fantasy TV shows and books and movies. Let me know in the comments, have you guys seen Dune? Did you like it? Maybe you didn't like it. That's totally fine. Or maybe there are some aspects you didn't like. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. Give this video a like if you could, and I hope to see you back here soon.